Hello and welcome to week 4, halfway through. Good job. You're doing a great job. It's going to be a cool week. I think you'll like it. Module 4 is Sports Media Relations Deliverables. That's right. So you are the SID, right? The Sports Information Director. You are trying this on as we go, and now you are delivering information to the media. All right. This is where you putting it out to the outside stakeholders. This week you will explore the world of sports and media relations deliverables, in other words, things that you're writing and creating, how to pair them with appropriate media outlets and stakeholders, because not everybody needs to see everything, or some outlets need to see certain things. In other words, not need, but they want, they need to consume it. They want to consume it the way they need it from you, right? They don't need to see everything that you're putting out there. Tactics include crafting press releases, pitching media, and writing for sports media. Which brings us to what you're going to do this week. After you read chapter 7 and 8, which is really good. So first read the chapters, okay? 7 and 8, distributing and writing press releases. And then 8 is the game day promotional guides. I've always known them as media guides. But that really is your media facing guide when they get to the stadium or they get the information. So you will find that writing, a lot of writing, right? It's a lot of storytelling, is what it is. And writing, as I'm reading from the book here, is the sports information specialist's backbone and lifeblood. That's your backbone and life. You like to write, like to tell stories? Here you go. One of the main responsibilities is that of the news release, prepackaged story distributed to the media with intention that they will pass on the info to the public and not just. So it's a persuasive piece, is what it is. In fact, that's the difference. News releases are similar to news stories, but there's one major difference. Okay, primary objective is a press release attempts to persuade. So someone reads it and they go, "Oh my gosh, I should push this forward. I should post this." Right? A news story is informative. So a press release is persuasive, and a news story is informative. So if something happened, or good news, bad news, or indifferent, the news story is just the facts, right? What happened, who, what, when, why, how, and out. Press releases are trying to get the person who's reading this, that stakeholder, to push it out to their audience. And I will put this, I will I'll put this out so you're going to see this, but I have a really cool and easy way of remembering the how to build a press release. All right. Summary lead, which is the who, what, when, where, why. Basically, it's your facts and your news story all in one sentence or two. And then your backup, or quotes and facts, additional facts. That's where the quote would go. So who, what, when, why, how, a quote, backing that up from somebody of credibility within the story, and then more supporting evidence, and then the ending, right? Sort of goes from most important to least important, if you will. So there it is. If you have any questions, let me know. So as usual, let me know your questions and thoughts. Your draft of a press release is your discussion this week. That is due, of course, Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Respond to at least 2 people. And in there, of course, you have to use facts. So you're going to have to use as always, a source, right? An in-text cited source with a reference for our purposes. And then, of course, you wouldn't reference it in the actual press release, but you would have your in-text citation, as it were, your according to, with the quote, because that's what the people want to know. Well, who said that? What does that mean? Who's behind it? All right. So as usual, start early, stay engaged, and enjoy your time of learning.